Хлопцы, да
Что такое?
где?
Урал блокировали возле поста ГАИ, он с ящиками, с оружием.
Ребята, можно отъехать?
В ящиках.
Да я не знаю, хлопцы, что в ящиках.
Я сейчас скрывать начну.
Да зачем их скрывать? Ну,
Едете куда?
мужики,
Куда едете?
выключите это самое.
Едете куда?
Я что,
Едете куда?
Давайте группу на пост
Письменное распоряжение приказа где? Письменное распоряжение приказа о дислокации на какое место прибытия. А как вы едете? У вас должен быть дорожный лист, должен быть приказ. А что приехали? Приехали, что? Приехал, что я тебя
Да не кричи, я на
спрашиваю?
Луганск ехал.
Луганск вообще в другой стороне, ребята.
Луганск в другой стороне.
Я же говорю, запутался в Луганск, это самое.
На
по дороге.
80 километров вперед запутались.
Документы свои показал. Быстро.
Можно это?
Оружие все.
Ребята,
Держи руки, руки держать.
да я не
Забирай.
да перестаньте, я же никому ничего плохого не делал.
Да вообще никто плохого не делает, понимаете? Вообще никто ничего плохого не делает. Забирай. Да, ложи.
Ложи на пол, ложи вот.
Стоп.
И мы еще ящики.
Без сопровождения.
Да, ясно.
Открывай путь. Все здесь.
Не вытягивайте их. Давайте, открывайте ящик.
Все. Тихо.
Один мне.
Снимай.
Даже самое
Да не трогайте. А те куда будет, как рванет. На, проверь.
аккуратнее.
Патрон, финки. Проверь.
А это отца, это поет. Гранаты.
Все, ложи назад.
Это самое заблокировала, я догнала их.
Никаких оружий на Донбассе не будет.
Дозвольте, я уеду и никаких это самое.
Уедешь только.
Ты уедешь теперь отсюда. Мы хотим мира.
Все тут. Надо, я и угоню.
До каких пор?
When are they going to stop insulting us? When will they stop calling us separatists and terrorists? We get up each morning and we're called separatists. That's how we've started greeting each other. Hello, I'm a terrorist. Hello, I'm a separatist.
Да, ну что это такое? Ну мы же так
We're no different from those people, well, except we don't speak Ukrainian. That's the only difference between us.
между нами.
So why is it they hate their own people so much? Where does all this bitterness and hatred come from? What have we done to them to hate us so much? If we're really such a pain in the neck, so hooked on subsidies, why don't they just leave us alone? All we want is the right to determine our own future. Give us a referendum and we'll solve the problems ourselves.
They're afraid of a referendum, afraid of their own people. But why? The people have the right to vote.
We'll farm the land and work in the... Just let us alone. Please, just let us be. We're peace-loving people.
I'm from Odessa. I wish I could ask the people how it's come to this. The reason why I don't want to show my face is because, to my mind, we live in an undemocratic country which has no freedom of speech. There are lots of kidnappings in Ukraine. It's not at all uncommon for people whose opinions are different to be stopped in the street and beaten.
Прекращайте избиение! Прекращайте избиение! И они связаны, не надо бить ногами. Держи! Ребята, держите, свяжите его. Ребята, спросите, чего он пришел.
Самооборона, давай, все, давай.
Но пасарам! Ну не пройдет фашизм! Но пасарам! Не пройдет фашизм! Нет фашизму! В нашем городе фашизму не будет! Я вам передаю привет от всех, кто сегодня за нами смотрит и следит за нашими событиями. Бог нам может.
Do you think most people in Odessa support or oppose the Euromaidan?
Я думаю, что процентов 80.
I think about 80% of Odessa residents are against the Euromaidan. The remaining 20 are probably misled or just don't live here permanently. Almost all the locals are against the Maidan.
They rallied at the Maidan to make Yanukovych go, and he did. Why are they there now then? What do they want?
Personally, I'd say they want the plague of nationalism to spread all over Ukraine. Nobody in the southeast or the rest of the Ukraine needs any of this kind of nationalism.
We want the Europe that the Crusaders fought for, the Europe that European nationalists fought for, the Europe of white people. Muslims humiliate the natives now. They take away our lands. We will stand for Europe, the white Europe, the traditional Europe, for the free nation Europe. Glory to the nation!
What do you think about the situation in the country? Is it good or bad?
It's awful. First, they drove a wedge between us and our Russian brothers. As for me, I'm neither going to travel to Russia nor to anywhere else. I want to live in Odessa. I want everything to be fine. I want us to be friends with Russia. This is not for us, you know. This union, what's happening in our country? It's a nightmare. How will we survive? For instance, my salary is $92 per month. Can I get by? Gas prices are now about to spike by 73%. The prices for medicines have already been raised by 60%. It's terrible, really terrible.
We've been waiting for the Geneva Agreements. We got them, and we're very grateful to Russia for them. We understand well that the so-called interim Kiev government and some other groups never fulfill. They're not going to comply and simply can't. They have different intentions: to cut and kill with the slogan, hang Muscovites on trees.
Sometimes I feel like we've all been used. They took off our handcuffs and put us in leg irons instead. They're now setting us up against the southeast of Ukraine the same way they set us against the Berkut, the police, Crimeans, and then Russia. I wonder who's interested in it and why. I wouldn't want to be persecuted. Any person who is against the developments in Ukraine may be accused of separatism and may go to jail. That's why I want to stay anonymous.
The Ukrainian parliament adopted a law in which those guilty of acts of separatism and terrorism can be thrown to prison for 10 to 15 years, or even for life. We now fall into this category. I'm not saying that it's you, but your European colleagues. Some European authorities approved it, and the Ukrainian parliament adopted the law. They did it. So it appears that you, I mean those European bodies, agree that you're terrorists. Here I am. Do I look like a terrorist? Now I'm facing a life sentence according to the current legislation. I'm polite and communicate normally. I represent the interests of the people. You have to understand, not everybody can or is willing to put their own life at stake in order to save people.
Пожалуйста, потому что сейчас без камеры останется.
Вы что делали? Вы зачем?
Сюда, быстрее, сюда! А это не украинец! А это кто не украинец? Толпами сталкиваться, как я! Успокойтесь! Фашизм не пойдет! Фашизм не пойдет! Фашизм не пойдет!
I'll speak about Kharkov only. I won't speak on behalf of Ukraine. Each person must speak up and say what he wants, what he desires. Why are the authorities afraid of the referendum? Why? Are they afraid? Yes, they are. But if they're not, then they must let us say what we have to say. And we will. We are not separatists. We are not radicals. I live in Kharkov. I'm 61. I want to understand where I live, what country I live in.
Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus need to unite. We shouldn't let Russia down. Russia isn't here. Russia supports us morally, but not physically. Americans are supporting the junta physically. There are troops, there are lots of documents, video materials, printed materials proving this. But nobody's interested.
При этом мы требуем, чтобы нам дали возможность равного освещения своей позиции в средствах массовой информации.
Look how many people come to the rallies. Everybody's there, from students to pensioners, even veterans come. Ukrainian TV is spreading lies. They're saying that Russians are being brought in. Is it even possible to bring so many Russians? Look, thousands of people come for rallies in eastern Ukraine. Have they brought half of the Russian population here? They call us extremists. We always ask for permission to hold peaceful rallies, but they refuse us. It seems that the heroes of Maidan are allowed to seize buildings, to rob banks, to kill people, but we're not allowed to hold peaceful rallies. You can see that we are unarmed. We're not wearing masks. We have only one demand. We want to hold a referendum. We want to be heard. You can't force 20 million people into Europe and NATO against their will.